The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
And what keyed their victory? The pass rush. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks, and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well. Hard to throw the ball downfield when all you're seeing is opposing jerseys come at you.
Finding room in midfield. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Deontay Johnson.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England.
Deontay Johnson.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Patriots need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead.
Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms, because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, you look at this Patriots defense.
They were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
If I'm playing quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted.
And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Now Jones. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line.
Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Christian Barmore getting in there to drop him.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Blake. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. He gets a good chunk of yards there, 8 all told, but they're still looking at a 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away.
Back deep for New England is Marcus Jones.
He'll take it at the 42. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Patriots will have great starting position as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
Well, he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down.
Throwing, Jones.
Got a man, it's Tyquan Thornton.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Back to throw. Jones. He's got it. Touchdown. From 17 yards out.
And the Patriots are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
A good tight end is a heck of a weapon for any quarterback, especially when you're able to create some mismatches. Sometimes they work against a linebacker, sometimes they work against a smaller defensive back. But when they find it, they go to it, and it often results in touchdowns.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Here's a run on 1st down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11.
When you look at this Patriots defense,
they were terrific in the win over Tennessee a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long. I mean, they were running the routes with them. Turned out, they were right there on every single ball thrown and came away with 5 interceptions.
Now a throw here to his running back. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
in search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Back to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Courtland Sutton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Pats are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit, and if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
On second down, it's Blake, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Ready. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Now back to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Here's Jones. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Patriots take over.
You don't see that too often, Charles. He punted that away and then hustled up to make the stop as well.
Yeah, because oftentimes they serve as their own safety after punting it. You want to be the last guy, but he decided to get involved in the action, didn't he? And what a spark that's got to provide for the rest of his team when they see their punter out there making a nice hit.
Brought down by Nazeeh Johnson.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
21-0 our score after 1. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
21, 21, 21, 12, 12, 12, 11, 11.
Here's Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Returnable here for Davis. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down now, it's Blake.
And not much room to speak of. He'll get about 3 up to the 41.
Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43.
They'll set up to throw.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Pats are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Come on, set.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
21.
Throwing on first down, Jones. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And they get 17 more on that one and another first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That's now 3 straight plays of over 15 yards and 3 straight first downs. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
And he'll get it here on the touch pass. Oh, and a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Now Jones looking to throw on second down. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up for the 1st and goal.
And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
When this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. A great play there.
His 11th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Patriots continue to pull away here in this first half.
Lutz with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Yeah. Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
Okay, break.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 8.
They'll drop to throw. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Let's go now.
On 3rd down, Blake, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Pats at the line, ready to go. There's really no reason to change what they've been doing to this point. They've got the lead. They've looked good this first half.
I agree with you totally, and a lot of coordinators, play callers feel exactly the same way. Until you stop what I'm doing, why should I make any changes? But there are a few that kind of outguess themselves or try to outguess the opponent, and they try to consider what they would do to take things away and go to those plays right away. It'll be fun to watch when they get to the second half to see which way they go.
Yeah, but to this point, it certainly hasn't.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Here we go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Marcus Jones picks it.
And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Good work after the catch, gets him 15 and a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch.
And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Here we go. 11.
Off the play fake. Jones. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
The defense was ready for the back to leak out and even had a second player waiting to double him up. If you're going to commit to doubling a back, you better prevent a completion, but give him credit. Extra determination, extra effort, turn it into a successful play.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop.
So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Chargers, nothing.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trailed as we get back underway.
The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25.
The Charger drive about to get going.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down.
Trap 60, trap 60. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on for the 5th time here today. On the return is Jones. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10.
Jones and the Pats now with a 1st and 10.
Right at the 50-yard line.
12.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. That one goes for 24 yards.
The partner is still in the third quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Jones now operating from the gun. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14.
Tui Pelotu
Coming in from that outside linebacker spot, and he buries him for a loss of 7. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Another try after the 1st down sack. Jones. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
Here we go, get set. 21. 12. Hot.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
The tight end, the ball carrier, Xavier Howard on the tackle.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So this drive maybe didn't end with the same kind of success they had in the first half, but they do add 3 to their lead.
And defensively, I think they went in there at halftime and made a pact with each other and said, look, we can't let these guys keep driving it right down our throats. Not perfect giving up 3, but a much better start than the way they played in the first half.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and run for it. And a great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Guys with his talent in the pocket aren't supposed to be getting hit like this, and you know an intense conversation with the offensive line is going to occur after this one. Might not be from him, but the offensive line coach will have plenty to say about this game.
On 2nd down, it's Blake, and he's going to be stopped at about the 37.
48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and they will remain well behind. A tough day for this offense continues. One of their best chances to get on the scoreboard there, couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's not looking like it's going to happen for them today, does it? I mean, opportunity after opportunity, play after play has gone against them the entire game. They probably feel a little bit like Schleprock, got that black cloud over their heads.
They'll start with the option.
Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
So he is able to turn that into positive yardage, but I think it's fair to say that those are not the shots you're wanting your quarterback to have to absorb.
And he has to know sometimes when to say when. You have to know when to give yourself up, and let's face it, not easy for these guys to do because they're competitors as well. But sometimes you do learn your lesson the hard way, as he did there.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Deion Henley there on the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away.
Here's 2nd and 7.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Here now a 3rd down and 8.
And he does not get to the first down marker as they stop him at the 19. Give him a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it still brings up 4th. Now Lutz for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
10 yards on the pickup. It's
2nd down and inches. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
So this will wind up a victory for the New England Patriots. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for New England, they continue to make their case for the playoffs as they move to 9-3. And they'll be able to enjoy